Hey everybody, Dev here again. Today's video is another Town Hall 9 video, and we'll be showing some Valks in action once again. Just before we do, take a look at this war record. Yeah boy, look at that. 100% against Death Trap, 100% against Android Village, sadly 100% against us, Gods of War. We were out-engineered in that particular encounter. And following that, 99.95%, so obviously 99% on the last base we needed. But these attacks are all coming from our latest war effort, which you can see on stars was a draw, but the destruction was quite high. So we're going to have a look at the attacks on that one. Using Valks seems to be strong still at Town Hall level 9. Some people are moving towards air, so my next video will be an air attack, so be on the lookout for that one. Right, here's the base in question. First thing we check is the CC radius, and yep, we've got some buildings just on that edge, particularly here and here, which aren't going to trigger a CC. This one won't trigger it, this one won't trigger it. Be careful of the expos here and here. Right, so what we're going to do is just go through some Valk attacks. It took us 4 attempts to get this base. You're going to see all 4, and I'm going to be quite brief, so try and catch up. Right, Awesome Hero drops in his hog, doesn't quite make it. Obviously the expo and the cannon and the tower, all this point defense on him, only manages to trigger 1 loon. He then drops his second hog in, after having a bit of a think about it, and manages to trigger a second hog. Not good. Right, if you're using hogs to trigger a CC, even if you don't use hogs normally in attacks, it's still a good idea to bump them up as far as you can for instances like this, because now, as you'll see, there's still a dragon in that CC that's just going to destroy his attack. Hero then uses a golem here, which I think is a little bit of a mistake. You really want that golem to be tanking a lot of hits from a lot of different things, and unfortunately he hasn't drawn all the CC out. So what's going to happen is that the loons are going to do some damage to that, so are the cannons. And the golem's taking hits needlessly here because he's still got those expos to contend with. Raging it up, and you can start to see here is a dragon max level, and he doesn't really have anything close, not even a poison spell really, to do any damage on this dragon. The Valks breaking off into 2 groups, keeping together as they should be, but unfortunately that dragon's just laying fire down left, right, center, and burning them all. Okay, his queen's coming around the outside, which is useful in this particular situation, but speeding it up. Moving along, nothing really much to see here. Yeah, he got the Town Hall early, which was good. Gets a little bit of percentage on here, so he's got 2 stars for the attack. But that could have been so much better. Next up we've got Frizz. Frizz is also going to use some Valks, but Frizz is going to do a much better job on the CC. Oh, okay Dev, get the right base. God, such a rookie. 2 weeks, you think you would have sorted it out by now. Right, here we go. Frizz again, best base. And he's now going to try and draw his CC from a different area. Now, he's dropped his golem here, and I think the intention, he'll correct me if I'm wrong, is that by the time the golem gets to here, it would have triggered the CC. Alright? If that's the case, that's not what actually happens, because he's got to get the center of his unit across that line completely. And that's something that is something I've noticed. I don't think it's written down anywhere, but just getting to the line is not enough. You've got to get the unit across the line, it seems. So here come the loons and the dragon. Drops down his poison, and I guess having a golem there is good because they can take the hits, and then the poison does their thing while the queen comes up and finishes the job. But Frizz has already used his ability on the queen here, so it's not really an efficient way of dealing with the CC troops. So if you think about it, you've got 30 space for the CC, for your golem, and 30 space in their CC. You want to get a better return on your investment there. In comes the Valkyries, is a nice big pack, which is good. And he's got some Peckers in his army too. I've mentioned in an earlier video that I do like Peckers in the raids. They do offer a bit of a meat shield, and they've got a bit of power behind them too. So 2 is probably an overkill in this particular instance. I like to use 1, but then again, mine are level 5. If you're dealing with level 3 or level 4, it could be an option to just add a bit of punch to your attack. And raging through, his Valks are split into 2 groups now. You can see one at the northeast and one in the southwest. Southwest is under a heal, but unfortunately the Valks are split and they're not effective in any way. So we'll just speed this up. And you can see that Frizz walks away with 49%, and when you're trying to get 3 stars, a 49% attack, that's got to hurt. Right, the next one out of the blocks was my account, Omega Supreme. You're probably getting sick of seeing attacks from him, so I'll try and have different attacks from different people next time. And my thoughts on this one were, I've got to take out the Expos as soon as possible. Now, as you have picked up, I've got 2 hogs here. If one went down, the other would still get across the line and make sure on drawing out the CC. That's something you see infrequently, 2 hogs, but if you think that could be a good option for you, go right ahead. Double poison, queen, and archers. All you subscribers who have seen all my videos will see that for Omega is pretty much his MO. So nothing out of the ordinary. In comes a funnel with some wizards and some wall breakers. Bit of a kill squad here, trying to take out the first Expo and trying to get the heroes, which would have been drawn towards the Valks, and draw the Valks towards them too. At the same time, trying to get Valkyries in from the south, take out that other Expo with a jump. The idea of the Valks meeting up in the middle as a pack, which does eventually, but what happens now is the Valkyries start to splinter and they split off. This one here is going for a coffee. I think there's 2, so they're going off as a pair. Yep, there's 2 there. And this one decides to join them, takes a bomb to the face. But now all my Valks have split and they're running around as singles. Valks prefer to hunt as a pack. And you can see now that they just get hung up on the walls. Point defenses shred them. Splash damage, less effective, but certainly that point defense just picking them off one by one. Even though the healer's on that Valk over there, there's just not enough there to make it worthwhile, and Omega ends up with a rather disappointing 80-something%. When we're going for 3 stars, not good. Right, now, Jay Jr., he's the last one for today, and he does job in cleaning up all of our messes. Again, he won't be proud of or be, sorry, been a long day. He won't say that he did a good job on this, but everyone here was patting on the back because it was a good conclusion. So the first thing he does is double hog, gets his hogs over that line, triggers a CC, speeding it up because it's a standard poison, poison, queen, archers. Poison, poison, queen, archers. Healers. Healers. Has been a long day. Then what he does is he uses his golem, what I think is in the correct method. Now he's got all the defenses locked on. Alright, this is where he's trying to engage. Locks on the golem, okay, which basically frees up all his wizards and Valkyries as wall breakers to clear a funnel and a jump there to break through to the heroes, and now the rest is fairly much academic, as you can see, keeping those Valkyries together as a pack. Level 4, so they've got a bit of beef on them, and they've got some real punch as well. They have split into 2, okay, but the 2 individual groups are big enough that they are, in fact, doing some real damage. And, of course, the Golem and Golemite still going strong, taking all that fire. Valks running together, and voila. 3 perfect stars from Jay Jr., where 3 of us had failed earlier. Right, well, that's my video for today. thanks for watching, and I just want to say for the last 2 weeks I've been enjoying putting these videos up, and if you enjoy my videos, please give me a like, and of course subscribe. Thanks to all my subscribers so far. See you next time.